Hey y'all, it's PK and I'm back with the high notes. Today is May 8th, which means we have 1 week before my birthday. And this Megataurus will be at full power. I will be doing whatever I want. And what I want to do right now is talk to you guys about some more spring fragrances. Today I will be talking about a brand that I just feel like does not get enough flowers. I don't see a lot of people talking about them, and a fragrance that is very fitting for this time of year, which is Princeless Princess by Duo Fragrances. Now, this brand I don't think gets enough flowers for its position and dynamic in the fragrance industry. They're more so known for doing dupes or duplicates of designer fragrances or niche fragrances, as well as having their own fragrances originally made, exclusively by them. So yeah, this is me. I wanted to highlight that. So this particular brand does X-ray de parfum concentration, which is the highest classification of perfume oil that one can have in a fragrance. They do hybrids, tribrids, quadbrids, which is essentially them taking one, two, like two, three, or four fragrances and making something new altogether, which I have not seen from any other brand. And also, like I said before, they do their own fragrances exclusive to them, and those are X-rated parfum as well. And the longevity on skin on these is superb. These easily last on me all day. No exaggeration. I feel like I often have to put that in there because I feel like people will just say that. This will last from the time that I put it on to the time I get back home. When I've had a full day of just doing whatever, errands, going out, work, whatever, it's still there. Okay, so one caveat worth mentioning when buying from this brand is that they are not sitting on a shelf waiting to be bought. These are usually made to order. They refill them as they sell out, so they're not macerating um, all day long. It is important to know that you have to macerate them yourself, and you can do that just by taking the cap off. You spray it 7 to 9 times in the air. Obviously, make sure you're not choking yourself. Put the cap back on, and you will put this in a room temperature spot where it is getting minimal to no sunlight, and leave it there for the magic window time that has worked for me every single time, at least 6 weeks. Yeah, I just got to that 6 week mark just from having so many of these. I have about 12 to 15, like, to show you. I really do. I really, really love this brand. I was just watching videos, seeing how it worked for other people when they were macerating them, and just checking in and out when my fragrances were kind of doing their thing. And 6 weeks tends to be that golden time period. Like, the day the 6 weeks is up, it will smell, I would say, drastically different. Very rarely will you have one of these fragrances straight out of the box and they're just ready to go. I've had probably one like that, but even still, after that 6 week mark, it turned into something even better. And as you can see, these bottles are kind of small. They're around 33 mils, which is still quite a lot for X-Ray de Parfum fragrance. You don't have to spray a lot of this for this to last on your skin or on your clothes. This lasts forever on clothes. You'll have to really wash to get this out. But, if that's your jam, you won't have a problem there either. That's going to be, you probably will be fulfilled there. Now, we can get on to the scents. So this is a duplicate of the Killian fragrance, I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess. Mouthful, I know. I have no clue why they decided to go in that direction. Their whole line has titles like that. Kind of like an isekai anime for some reason. But nonetheless, the Killian was onto something when he was putting these notes together. And this is specifically a 2018 rendition of that fragrance. So this is a dupe of the fragrance from the 2018 version. So yeah. So the notes listed here are lemon, green tea, ginger, peach, hedione, jasmine, apple, marshmallow. You know how much I love marshmallow. Vanilla. You know I'm a vanilla lover. And benzoin. Okay, so off rip, I am getting the lemon and the ginger, the sparkling freshness from the lemon and the fresh spiciness from the ginger balance each other really well here. And then they go on to transition into like this subtly low-key opulent glow going on is dope. And then from there, that sharp-ish freshness moves to a more crisp, low-key juiciness from the apple and the peach, which are wonderful spring notes, by the way. So I still catch the lemon and ginger as it moves on. They're just kind of are moving to the back now as the white florals of hedione and jasmine come in, which are actually, to me, really saving the fragrance from becoming a little juvenile. This adds more like an elegance and composure for more mature audience, I would say. Now, to further emphasize, this is a very youthful fragrance. This has a certain type of bounce, energy, kind of bubbliness to it. It's kind of like if really like pink, like this shirt was a color, that's kind of where we're at, but not so bubbly that it feels that you might feel out of place as a more mature person wearing it. Now, this marshmallow note in here is one of my favorite facets of the fragrance because it adds like this prissy fluffiness to this. It comes off more of a texture to me than an actual scent, but it's definitely perceivable. It comes off very pretty girl, very pretty boy. It mixes in with the vanilla, so the fluffiness then adds a sweetness to it. And I think that it also complements the green tea notes. They can really come off harsh, a little too earthy sometimes. That balance out really well here. And lastly, the benzoin comes in, that vanillic spice that you don't get too much of, but you sniff it alongside the ginger. That there is a low-key sweetness about that as well, where it just adds more depth add more depth and dimension to an otherwise very youthful and bouncy scent profile. So when I smell this on skin, it definitely gives princess, as the name implies, but soft prince as well. Definitely, it gives like importance, but free of responsibilities, as you would expect from princes and princesses. Very much, hey, that's ghetto. I don't go there. Who's all going? I don't do certain company. I don't do that. I may have somebody else do that type of thing. Kind of gives like London Tipton from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody mixed with the prince from the animated Cinderella. Like very much, they spending daddy's money. They spending their folks' money. Very much, I'm calling daddy on the phone. He gonna handle it. He gonna pay for it type of thing. Now, what I will say, if I ever had any notes about this fragrance, any critiques at all, is that it can come off a little too grainy for me. Not saying that, obviously, if you look at this dent, I'm clearly wearing the best out of this. It's almost gone. But I usually like my tea notes to be milky and creamy and lactonic. But I do understand that the grainy vibe that's going on adds to the airiness later on in the fragrance. So, yeah. If I ever had any notes, that would be the only note that I have. Other than that, this is some good stuff. So with that being said, if the light regal aura is your thing, this is the fragrance for you. If being able to smell good effortlessly, no matter what you have on during this time of year like this, where it has just enough presence to be noticed, but it's not pining for attention type of thing, hey, this girl is for you. So yeah, guys, those are my high notes for the fragrance of Princeless Princess by Duo Fragrances. I think I should also mention that these are pretty affordable, you know, relative, obviously. They are ranging from $33, and I've only ever seen them go up to 60. This one in particular right now is 43. So if that sounds enticing, you can definitely visit their site and see for yourself. Um, that's really all I have. Uh, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and also comment down below if you think of any TV characters or anybody that you could think of that would be fitting for this fragrance. That would be pretty dope. But bye for now, and see you guys next week.